Michael Cimarusti first entered the Hopewell Valley Schools as a fourth grader at Hopewell Elementary School after moving from Hamilton Township. As a young child, his primary interests were fishing and sports. At the high school, he participated in soccer and swimming. Michael graduated from Hopewell Valley Central High School in 1987. His initial interest in becoming a chef came from his family, specifically his paternal grandmother. She was an excellent home cook and made every meal an event. Michael also worked one summer at the Hopewell Valley Country Club as a dishwasher. This was his first foray into the world of professional kitchens. After graduating from Hopewell, he served as an apprentice at the bakery in Bethesda, Maryland, and later worked as a cook at the Forager House in New Hope, Pennsylvania. At the Forager House, he became fascinated with the wild mushroom gatherers who would slip through the back door each day with their loads of varied mushrooms. After 2 years at the Culinary Institute of America, Michael joined the kitchen at An American Place in Manhattan, where he learned to go native with his cuisine, championing the wild rice farmer and the local venison hunter. This experience intimately shaped his love of wide ingredients and his cooking style, which he describes as clean, simplistic, stripped down, and unpretentious, basically American. Michael went on to spend 3 years at Le Cirque, where he learned everything else you need to know to run a restaurant: rigor, proficiency, attention to detail, stamina, and even to curse in French. Michael Cimarusti is now a chef and owner of the critically acclaimed Providence in Los Angeles and recently debuted his new restaurant, Connie and Ted's, in West Hollywood. His masterful cooking demonstrates his fervor and passion for all things seafood. Cimarusti's restaurants are a testament to the broad range of influences that have shaped his imagination.
Cimarusti's talent brought him to the forefront with the debut of his first restaurant, Providence, in 2005. Bon Appetit named Cimarusti as a leader in the newest generation of American chefs. That same year, Providence garnered a coveted James Beard Foundation nomination for Best New Restaurant in the United States. Cimarusti has since been nominated twice by the Foundation for Best Chef Pacific Region. Providence was awarded 2 Michelin stars in the Los Angeles Michelin Guide, one of only 3 restaurants in LA to achieve 2 stars. Jonathan Gold, Pulitzer Prize-winning food writer for the LA Times, named Providence #1 in his list of 101 best restaurants, stating, "Michael Cimarusti is a supremely creative chef." Gourmet magazine named Providence as one of the top 50 restaurants in the US. Travel and Leisure magazine named Providence among the best new restaurants in the world. Michael's knowledge and experience with seafood has made him a highly regarded authority in the industry. He is a staunch advocate for sustainable fishing practices and marine life conservation, earning him widespread respect among his peers and patrons. At the core of his success is his determination to surpass his own very high expectations. "I have never been one to settle. I push myself and by example and encouragement, push those around me to reach one's potential," says Chef Cimarusti. Congratulations, Chef Michael Cimarusti, on your induction into the Hopewell Valley Central High School Distinguished Graduates Hall of Fame.
Brandon and Erin. Thank you very much. Good job. Thank you to both of you guys for that wonderful introduction. And thank you to the administration and to Principal Dare. I'm deeply honored to be here today, to sitting on this panel. So I prepared a short speech. Luckily, it's short. I'll try not to bore you too much, and so we can move on with the rest of the day's activities. When my wife, Christina Echeverry, my wife of 18 years, first forwarded me an email informing me that I had been chosen for this distinction, I have to admit, I thought it was a practical joke. Clearly, somewhere along the line, the administration had lost my high school transcripts. After a few emails back and forth, it became clear that the administration wasn't joking. And so now, after 26 years after graduating, what should I tell you that might be of use? Perhaps we should start right here in the halls of Hopewell Valley. I've already made it clear that I was not what one might call a model student. My GPA would have made a better ERA, but alas, I'm not a pitcher, and we're not here to talk about baseball. There were subjects that were taught here at Hopewell Valley that interested me, like English and history, and there were teachers like Jim Burns and Dr. O'Boyle, who sits in the back of the room today, who inspired me. But to be frank, I just didn't apply myself. The benefit of hindsight has made me realize that this was a mistake. I'm sure there are some of you out there listening to me right now. You're bored with school, smart enough to be successful, but utterly disinterested. I would like to say that at this point, your best course of action is to stay engaged, stay involved, and don't let these years pass without giving high school your very best effort. The recipe for success in school and success in the professional world share many similar ingredients: dedication, perseverance, planning. And my shortcomings in high school quickly fell away as I entered professional kitchens, and later, as a student of the Culinary Institute of America, I became the type of student that I could have been all along. The difference, after all, was me. I decided that school was important to me, worthy of my full effort, and a key to my future. Once I made culinary education a priority, my life and my career came into focus. Since graduating from school, I have cooked in New York, Paris, Seoul, and Japan. I've cooked for 4 presidents and Pope John Paul II. My wife, Christina, and I have opened 2 successful restaurants in Los Angeles where we employ over 200 people, and we've had 2 beautiful children, Isabella and Dante. I can tell you without reservation that none of this would have been possible were it not for education. The education I speak of I received, for the most part, on the job in fine kitchens under the tutelage of great chefs. Education is defined by the Oxford American Dictionary as follows: the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at school or university. If there's one message that I can get across to you today, it would be this: life is an education. Every hour of every day, you are surrounded by knowledge. Don't squander opportunities to learn, and make an effort to make the most of the opportunities presented to you here at Hopewell Valley Central High School. I'm proud to be here today and proud to call myself a Ho-Val graduate. Thanks for listening, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.